Nick Baldwin for BloodyElbow.com here with a Japanese mixed martial arts legend. He's fought for the likes of Pride FC, Deep, Dream, and won championship. It is Masakazu Imanari. I really do appreciate the time. How are you?
Good. I'm doing good. Thanks for coming out here. In this lovely weather we're having.
How are you doing?
Yeah, good.
Perfect. My first question for you is, you're here for a seminar at the Winnipeg Academy of Mixed Martial Arts here in Winnipeg, Manitoba. How did this all come together?
Wakarimashita?
Explain, please.
Okay. Basically, I've known Imanari-san for quite some time. I went out there to Japan to train with him in 2006. So like here at WAMA, we've been talking about for a while bringing him in for a seminar. And yeah, over the past little while we've been talking about it, and it's finally reality. So, it was only about 2.5 weeks ago, to be honest. We were in contact and we talked about it, and we crunched some numbers and made the plan, and we got him here.
Are you enjoying the weather?
Winnipeg no weather, ii desu ka?
Yeah, I like it.
A bit cold though.
Yeah.
He's using one of my old winter jackets right now, so it's so he's okay. But yeah, it was a little bit of a shock getting off the plane. I think it is for anybody who's not used to. We're having that snowstorm, probably about -20 when he got off the plane. So. Yeah.
So you've been in the mixed martial arts and grappling world for many, many years, and most recently you haven't fought in MMA for about a year. December 2016 was your last fight, but you did grapple pretty recently at Palhares 5, if I'm not mistaken. That was the last time you did grapple, right?
Palhares what?
It's not actually last one. It's in Japan. I fought in grappling tournament.
How long ago was that?
Itsu.
Months ago.
1 month.
So last month, yeah. He's still active. He's still active in Japan. He has his own grappling tournament, sort of grappling league called IRE. That's Imanari Roll Ecstasy. It's like a grappling tournament. So he's still active in Japan. Those don't get a lot of press just because they're sort of not underground, but they're just sort of a lesser known tournament right now. But he's definitely getting in some hard matches still out there.
And do you enjoy it, I assume?
Sorry, you're asking me if he enjoy.
Well,
yeah. He as far as I know, yeah, you enjoy grappling matches.
Yeah.
What do you like better?
I like it. Grappling. Yeah.
and why is it that you have not fought in about a year? Again, as I said, December 2016. Are you looking to get back in the MMA cage, or is that not really a priority?
It's actually I fought this maybe I fought February. Last fight was
February?
yeah, I think yeah, I think so. I don't remember.
Yeah, I think February was his last fight, but he recently relinquished the deep the featherweight title. Feather?
It's not. It's a featherweight, but it's not title match.
Okay, but your title before you gave it back, right? Yeah. So yeah, he relinquished the belt. Can't really say now. We were talking about yesterday. He's got some contract with some announcements he's probably going to make in the next little bit, MMA wise.
So you do want to fight again?
Yeah. So MMA. Yeah.
Of course, yes.
And then for what organization? For that, would that be for Deep or?
It's a secret.
Yeah. Right now he can't.
Yeah.
He'll probably announce it soon, right?
Yep. Think so. Hope so.
What has been going on in your life in the past year or so? Again, you've been doing some grappling, but you haven't fought in MMA for about a year. What have you been doing? Have you just been focusing on doing seminars like the one you did today? What's sort of going on in the life, in your life over the past year or so?
Maybe a gakko.
To fight MMA. I will do MMA, but it's not set yet because I didn't fight recently.
Yeah. So like right now, Like he's sort of just waiting on to make that announcement for MMA. But other than that, he doesn't do a lot of seminars, but sometimes out in Europe. Also, there's a lot of like private classes and stuff in Japan, and then he does classes at a few different schools. So it's basically it's a lifestyle at the end of the day.
Did you think you would be staying active in grappling or MMA? You know, you're 41 years old. Did you think at this point in your career you would still be active in competition?
わかりました。
think so.
Why? Did you always have a feeling that, you know, what sort of makes you say that? Is there any sort of reasoning? Did you just always know you would always be active like this?
Like maybe あなたの grappling いつ終了ですか? Like when like retire when?
Yeah, no plan. I want to do forever.
So I asked him if he has any plans to retire. He's gonna do it forever. Yeah. I think he's going. Yeah, he's gonna be the next. He'll be the next Helio. He'll be the Japanese Helio.
What are your thoughts on the state of Japanese MMA right now? We have Rizin FF, has been around for about 2 years, and they've been doing really good. What are your thoughts in general about the state of Japanese MMA?
Actually, I'm not interested in Japanese MMA.
What did you? Can you just say that again?
Yeah, he doesn't really follow Japanese MMA. I mean, a lot of what guys are following now in Japan is just UFC. It's kind of where it's at now. And some of the smaller promotions, like there's guys that are kind of growing out of it now. And then, you know, Rizin, they're kind of focusing on bigger fighters and stuff like that. So, yeah, I guess he's got no opinion on Japanese MMA.
So you don't want to fight for Rizin? That's not an interest?
I don't want.
You're just good doing, you know, dream or deep and wherever you're gonna fight. As you said, it's a secret, but also you're grappling. That's sort of just what you're happy with right now.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What is your relationship with Shinya Aoki right now? I know.
Anata no tomodachi.
It's a little bit far.
Not like before. Not like before.
Are you on good terms? Do you know, although you're not friends, are you friendly with him?
一緒に勉強しますか?
Sometimes, once a year. Yeah, I
train now. Like back when I came to like Deep Gym, like Aoki was there a lot. I think he's training in Singapore now, so some times have changed. So he doesn't come through the gyms a lot there anymore.
But to my knowledge, they did start a gym together, and then Shinya left. So that was no.
I'm not too familiar with the goings on of that, but yeah, that could have been it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't really get that far into it, but yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
Now, Mackenzie Dern, who I don't know if you're familiar with if either of you are familiar with Mackenzie Dern, she's a women's flyweight fighter for LFA, and she recently pulled off in one of her last fights the Imanari choke, obviously, which is what you or one of the moves in combat sports you're named after. How cool was it to see someone like Mackenzie Dern pull that off?
わかりました. Imanari choke. Stop.
was good. Yeah, was good. Yeah.
Did you watch it?
Yep.
And you enjoyed it?
Yes, very much.
And Rousimar Palhares is another grappler that has, you know, he's a leg lock specialist, heel hook, you know, really tricky on the mat. What are your thoughts on a guy like Rousimar Palhares?
Good. Scary.
Do you like Rousimar Palhares? You know, maybe you don't talk to him, but do you like him? Do you like watching his fights?
Yeah, I like to watch his fight, but I don't want to touch him.
He's a bit bigger than you too, so maybe you won't fight.
I don't want. Yeah.
So then, of course, as you said, you like to, you know, compete again, whether it's grappling or MMA, sometime next year. What do you do just from now until then? Do you just keep training, keep getting better, doing more seminars? Do you just relax? What sort of is the next steps for him over the next few months?
As usual. As usual. Yeah.
And what does that involve, though? Do you just train and relax, or what sort of the daily life of him?
毎日 training しますか?
Yes.
Just training?
Yep.
That's why, like, you'll notice, like, you weren't here when we were rolling, but like there's the high level, but then there's that level that does it all, that lives and breathes it. You know, there's a high level black belt, but then there's a world level black belt. You know what I'm saying? And that's the difference, is whether you can do it every day or not, and put your waking moment to your sleeping moment into it. That's what makes the difference.
Do you feel like at 41 years old you're getting better? Your grappling is improving?
Yeah, I think so. Yep.
Awesome. And I know there's a lot of competitions in the United States, Polaris, EBI. What about EBI? They've been doing really big things with Eddie Bravo, the Eddie Bravo Invitational. What are your thoughts? Would you ever like to compete for something like that?
Yeah, very interesting. Yeah.
But you haven't talked to them.
Yeah, I talked with Eddie Bravo before, but I have problem with visa to getting USA.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
so you can't get into the U.S. right now, but
Yeah.
They're just working out some visa stuff, and they'll be good. But yeah, but yeah, he's as far as I know, anyways. I don't mean to speak for him, but as far as I know, he's been in contact with them. Yeah.
And when those visa issues do get settled out, when you're allowed to go to the U.S., is that something you're seriously considering, or would you like EBI or no?
Yeah. Hope so.
And I know Eddie Bravo is also doing combat jiu-jitsu. You heard about that?
Yeah.
Are you excited by that?
Yeah, it's good.
They're doing their first world, the combat jiu-jitsu worlds tonight, actually, Sunday, November 12th.
Yeah.
Did you hear about that?
Yes.
Are you going to watch? I know you're on vacation, you're busy, but would that something you'd like to do?
Yeah, I want to watch.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for the time. If there's any last words, feel free. Anything else?
No, it's a rare opportunity, so I'm glad we can get you your interview here, and yeah, thanks for coming.